Welcome to Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages is is a strange puzzle game. I think it's a puzzle. It's kind of a puzzle platformer. But no, let's get started in Hades. When you know you're getting started in Hades, you got an interesting game. So it's basically I'll let the story. I'll let the story. Syphilis. Not syphilis, but I don't think that's how I story of a man who had to roll a boulder up a hill. Cronus. Welcome to the history section of Rock of Ages. You see, all the characters in this game are based on historical people. Not all of them are real, and some of them are based off myths and legends, but they're all historical in some sense. So first we have our main character, Sisyphus. Sisyphus is from an ancient Greek myth, and in the story, Sisyphus is the king and founder of the city called Corinth. He had great cunning, and his major accomplishment was when he was about to die, Hades came, who is the god of the underworld, came to send him to the underworld, but Sisyphus was smarter and tricked him into using handcuffs that he planned to send Sisyphus down the underworld with on himself. The problem is when that all happened, Hades couldn't send anyone to the underworld, so people couldn't die, which was a big problem, obviously. So eventually Sisyphus had to let Hades go, and then Sisyphus got sent to the underworld. But right before he died, he told his wife not to bury his body, and when he got to the underworld, he complained to Persephone, who was the queen of the dead. He complained about how he wasn't buried and he should be allowed to go back to the overworld, or back to the human realm, and fix this. She said, okay, and he went back to the surface and never really went back down in the underworld. He didn't really have a plan to. He just wanted to get back out of the underworld, because no one wants to be dead. After a while, his trick, his plan was found out, and he was eventually dragged back to the underworld without any sympathy for any sort of thing. And his punishment for tricking the gods, both Persephone and Hades, was to push a boulder up a hill for eternity. Next guy, our first evildoer, per se, is Cronus. He is also from an ancient Greek myth, and he is the youngest of the 12 Titans, which were all offspring of Uranus, which is Father Sky, and Gaia, which is Mother Earth. He, to separate heaven from earth, castrated his father, Uranus, and with that, became king of the earth with his sister Rhea. So he was told that one of his offspring would overthrow him, so he did the only logical thing someone could do in that situation, and he ate all of them. Yeah, I don't understand it either, but he ate his offspring. However, Rhea tricked Cronus into eating a stone instead of Zeus, and Zeus ended up overthrowing. So, in the end, Cronus ended up a prisoner in Hades, just like Sisyphus. And thus the game begins! We have to push a boulder kill the minions, and then kill the wall behind it. So, yes, with side, this is space and jump. You can run into people and kill them. Sort of. And also you can roll off. Like that. Well, actually, no. Technically, you gotta go that way. Giant head. So you can hit the gate as much speed as possible, so you get ramming speed. So this first level. Okay, it's sky view. So you have your money down here, the health down here, the long-term players down here. This becomes a little more important later on, because right now there's nothing really here. So you can zoom in, zoom out. And
And we kind of wait for new boulder to be constructed. Yeah, we don't have enough money, so new boulder, we can make all these new things in the future, but sadly, well, now it's not. So let's go. Can't tell these right here. We can destroy these things. Yep, just so destroying things makes your boulder take damage. The less less health your boulder has, the less impact it can do in the final wall, and also the chance of it being destroyed. So now I'm gonna start building the fences. Now what fences do is they just basically get in the way. I mean, that's basically it. And one thing I'll have to say right now, look at the sun. Look at all the details on the side here. Look at the details down there. I love the style of this game. It's one of those, like, you ever seen any of the Monty Python movies? It's kind of like the weird animations in that. It's kind of how. I'm gonna take a moment to observe Cronus and all blood before jumping in! I've just let a bunch of people out of Hades. Should we be concerned that people just got out of hell? Probably. But hey! I got out of hell. So next one! Turtle 2, Sparta! Begin here.
Another story in history is Agamemnon. He was one of the two sons of the king of Mycenae. Agamemnon's father was killed by Agamemnon's uncle. So Agamemnon and his brother fled to Sparta. The king of Sparta gave the two brothers his two daughters, Clytemnestra and Helen. Clytemnestra was already married, so Agamemnon killed the husband to solve that problem, and he went and married her. His brother went ahead and married Helen. So Agamemnon returned back to Mycenae and killed his uncle to become king, and his brother, after the king of Sparta died, Agamemnon's brother became king of Sparta. So everything was fine. We had the two brothers, king of two Greek cities, until Paris, who was a prince of Troy, took Helen, for she was so beautiful, and Greeks and Troy went to war, and that's the whole Trojan War. Now that's Homer and the Iliad and the Odyssey. That whole story went. In the end, Greeks won, and Agamemnon returned home, and Clytemnestra, during the war, had taken up a lover. So when Agamemnon went home, Clytemnestra killed him in a bathtub. So much death in this story.
So now we have another boulder to face against. How nice! So now it's kind of divided into two halves. We have our own defenses and our own gate. So we can now build defenses. So I'll actually give you the defenses. Would you like to allow me to build something or not? Thank you. So we have catapult shot, which is just your basic shot. Siege tower, they just become siege. I can only build on light tower. Sorry. I can only build on dark. Then you have some catapults, which have a nice little range comparison. So we might want to like put some here. I'm just gonna put this. The first level is really easy, so we gotta do something. And then we have cows. Cows. Now you can either save all your money for offensive maneuvers or defensive maneuvers. It's your strategy. And there's 3 keys per level, and I've already played this game. Like you can see the shadow of the key here. Wow! I'll show you what happens if you fall off quick. So if you fall off, you can put right back on. That's all that happens. So technically you can fall off. It kills your momentum, but it doesn't really do that much besides that. Kill the house, get some more money. Come on, break around this corner. Whee. Oh, the guy built some defenses. Well, you know what I said to your towers? Yeah! That's why I said to your towers. And we run the wall. That takes about a third of his health. We kill him in 3 hits. So now what you want to figure out here is this shot. You can figure out where he is on this path and start shooting at him. Now if you're able to shoot him, you do a lot of damage for free. So get this aim down. Oop. Pretty good shape. Oh no. So he managed to hit a wall, so you kind of want to put a nice little line of defense. Oh, hold on, he's not there yet. Oh, they almost got to it. So the wall is basically the same amount of damage, roughly. I'm just gonna put some walls back here. Should be good. Sadly, well, not sadly, but we go faster than he does. So basically, he did the same damage as we did. So we're basically in the clear, because if we just get things done faster than he does, we'll be good. So let's slowly move through this curve. Hit those guys. There's towers here. Take out the catapults. Usually you try to run through the catapults because they don't give much resistance. He did not repair the hole that we made before. The hole. Ooh, look at that knockback. That cannon, the guy struck far wide. Well, he kind of had trouble back here, so we're gonna actually kind of put a catapult center here, and then put some. We got a lot of money to spare, so we're gonna put some towers here, towers here. Again, the first couple levels are really easy, kind of what you expect. So you can snipe. I'll too far off there. There. Nope. Achievement for doing this, but I got it. Oh, that was so close. Oh, so close. This is. If I could just like click and just snipe the guy the whole game, that'd actually be really fun for me. So I'm gonna see if that guy can get past the catapults and the walls, and he might not. He did not. And I keep rolling off this wall here. It used to be breaking faster, I guess. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. So let's go through this guy again. Do the same. I don't think he fixed the path. There's a cow there. Hi, cow. So did he repair the hole? He did not repair the hole. So this is an easy tutorial. Whee! Well, he got to my wall again, but. Whoa! Yes, when you crush people, they make a fart sound effect.